So for me, this is the least known bracket. I know Sodium, but everyone else is sort of new to me. So it'd be interesting to see who these players are and how they play.
Yeah, they're all a bit new to me as well. So we got readies from Fractal. We got readies. I think Oak Sin is Oak 413. So we got a ready there. We got a ready from Garbage Egg, and we just need a ready from who else? Sodium. So we just need a ready from Sodium. And I'm going to refresh these streams actually because they've been open for a while. So, and just let me know if we get a ready from Sodium there, Adam.
Yep.
We do? All right.
Looks like it.
All right, Adam, go ahead and count it down from 3.
All right, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
So I just added a Batfoy emote like 3 days ago. So if any of y'all are subs to this Twitch channel, you should look in your emotes and see that you have a Batfoy emote now. So
I'm loving the Batfoy emote. It speaks 1,000 words. It's a whole stew of skepticism and maybe a little fear. I'm not really sure what I'm getting from it, but I like it.
Yeah, it's a cluster of emotions that I think all of us feel maybe in these times.
Maybe a screen look,
Yep.
In a really rough situation. I'm not sure, but
yeah.
Now what's with this Jonas with the rainbow fan? That's a new one on me.
Oh well, it's Jonas, but you can pay. You can redeem channel points which you get from viewing, and you can modify emotes. And I think it's Pride Month, so.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. So
a sort of coy Jonas.
Yeah.
Kind
of hiding behind, almost like a geisha of some sort, or.
Well, I'm not going to speculate too much on it, but it's interesting.
Yeah. Well, you can feel free speculate. Feel free. We do all the time. All right, 35,000 for Sodium. His board doesn't look so great right now. Garbage Egg, 36,000. Got a little bit of work to do before he's Tetris ready, and he is. 72,000 for Sam Finch, and 93,000 for Fractal. And yeah, 3 of these players relatively new to me. I think Fractal has played in one previous event. So, yeah, but the rest of them are new. So,
Sodium off to a really rough start as the 3rd seed. So he must have put up a huge qualifying score to be the 3rd seed. I didn't see exactly what it was, but
yeah, 1.1 something.
Yeah, I feel like if you're doing 1.1 or higher within an hour, you're playing at the highest level.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is kind of what's led to, we had our kind of cheeky no max out left behind policy, which is why we have such a large round 0 today. And that policy is going away. And it's strictly the top 16 scorers. And so that means there are going to be max out players who don't make the main event. But I think, we've been sort of on this trajectory where the traditional max out, while a really fine personal achievement, and believe me, if I ever max out, I mean, that's just the end of my day that day. I'm not doing anything else. But, it no longer is the bar for high-level competitive Tetris players. People are really taking the game seriously. And max out, isn't always... It maybe isn't what it used to as an achievement in that way.
Well, players use at any given time, your PB is usually 25-30% higher than what you could consistently score.
Right.
So if you've only ever maxed out once, that probably means you're only consistently scoring in the 700s.
Yeah. Now, meanwhile, Sam Finch, incredible down stacking, way up high, and brought this down really efficiently. Sodium overdose! Oh no!
With the misflip, hung that long bar, and the game is ruined. A bad, unfortunate moment there for Sodium, because he had that high center well Tetris he'd been working on, and it was all set up, and then he misflipped the long bar. That was painful to see.
Yeah, he had 2 Tetrises ready, and then that thing just, I don't know what happened there. Just double flip.
Someone double flip. It was a button. That was just a pure malfunction, I think. But yeah, it happens. So that's 1 heart for Garbage Egg.
Yep. So Garbage Egg, there it is. A heart.
And over here on the right, Fractal's behind by a significant amount, but he's got a nice 2 Tetris wall ready to go and close that gap a bit.
Well, he's also behind in lines a bit. Well, not so much anymore, though, because he Tetrises, and now he's even in lines. And back by under 40,000 points, so under 2 Tetrises. So Fractal's still way in this, and actually Tetris is again, because Sam Finch was getting droughted a bit, but Sam's going to Tetris and take some of that back. Let's get a ready from both players on the left side, Sodium and Garbage Egg. And Sodium says ready 18, there's no other choice. And I think, where's Garbage Egg? Garbage Egg says ready. So let's count it down on the left, little quiet countdown. 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Yeah, Sodium was playing well. You know, I think he will come back strong.
Yeah, he's playing sort of a, but he was playing fairly aggressively. He did have 2 Tetrises set up, I believe, in like the 3rd column, if I'm not mistaken. But, a couple rows off the bottom. So it was fairly aggressive. And the long bar came, but it just, I don't know, the controller double flip. I mean, that's exactly what it looked like. It happens to me all the time. It's kind of like either that or you just kind of bounce your thumb a bit, or you just, you kind of depress it just a little bit and there's enough electrical contact in the controller to kind of spark or something like that.
Yeah, and I mean, as players go along, it could be an opportunity to just replace that controller and kind of label it a dud if he's having that problem.
Yeah.
Frequently enough, you got to just move on from that controller. Or possibly replace some of the pieces inside of it. I don't know.
Or as I've learned, don't play up so high, and then I usually have time to move it to switch it back, because I have a controller that's starting to do that. And,
well, it reminds me of one of Corion's fatal top outs at CDWC, which happened because of a double flip. Or was it a double flip or a failure to flip? I can't remember. But he hung up a long bar flat near the top back in 2017, and he ended up finishing much lower than he hoped. So Oof. He lost to Alex that year.
All right, we've got transitions on the right side. 564 for Sam, 511 for Fractal. Identical line counts and about 55,000 point difference.
Yeah, Sam on a really nice pace here. But yeah, Fractal's not out of this yet. He's gonna have to keep the aggression on. Ooh, and missed his opportunity to clean that with a tuck, so now he's got some Swiss cheese.
All right, Sodium set up for a well in the 7th column and takes
wisely burns.
Yes,
wisely burns a triple. Okay, tough situation for Sam. It looks like he's going to be able to navigate it pretty easily. Takes a burn, so his board's looking pretty good. That lead is over 100,000 now, so it's getting a little more out of reach for Fractal.
Yeah, I mean, anything, again, one, kind of misstep from anyone on 19, and all of a sudden they're gone. So, Fractal's still in this, and, another 60 lines to go until kill screen. So definitely time to make this up, especially if something should befall Sam.
Absolutely. But yeah, Sam is on a roll. He's in the zone. He's making all good moves, all simple moves. Mm-hmm. Not getting too fancy.
Oh, I think that was kind of a misdrop for Sam. Kind of that L piece went one row too far on the right.
Cost him 3 or 4 burns there, but no big deal. He took care of it really quickly.
He's got the room to spare here. So on the left side, Sodium 260. Garbage Egg's going to Tetris into the lead, but kind of a janky board here. Set up for a T-spin. Not going to wait around for that. Going to snap an S in there.
Ooh, Fractal misses a T-spin and is a little bit of a mess he's trying to clean up, while Sam over there is ready with a nice Tetris wall. Boom for Sam. Oop, I did it. I said boom.
That's okay.
You caught me.
I used to give out a free sub to the channel every time I said boom, but I don't do that anymore.
Nice. Fractal burns the triple, takes the center well Tetris. But yeah, it might be a little too late for him.
Jeff just unsubscribed because I said boom.
Oh, no.
Oh, Fractal. Okay, he kind of missed, I think a misdrop or some weird choice with the long bar, but able to get squares over on the left side. Oh my God, Fractal. It's giving me a heart attack.
Oh, he had a chance to do a death-defying long bar slide and he didn't take it. Tetris for Fractal. That would have been a great move, by the way, because that would have been, a really interesting cleanup, but probably not the safest move. All right. It looks like Sam's going to take this game. Is at the kill screen. Let's see if he can give us a little level 30 action.
Again,
looks like he's capable.
If this were 2017, James Chen would literally be on the floor. He would just be on the floor. He'd have a stroke, but
voice cracking.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
He choked the level 30, but yeah, incredible match. 919 to 815, double kill screen, and whatever, quarterfinal double kill screen between two guys we never heard of. Welcome to Tetris 2020.
And it looks like Sodium's putting together a solid game where he's going to transition with a good 500 plus score, whereas Garbage Egg is kind of putting up a mediocre score, so he'll have some work ahead of him.
Yep. All right, let's get it ready. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Sam. So let's go ahead and give Sam his heart. He's number 3, right? Number 3. There it is. So let's go ahead and get it ready from both players on the right side, and we will get that second match underway.
Okay, we are approaching transition. Sodium perfectly clean with a really significant lead here. Garbage is going to transition with a 431, which, like I said, by the standard of this tournament is a little lackluster. By any other standard is a fantastic score.
Okay, so Fractal is not ready. So his stream's really lagging for him, so we're going to hold off for a moment. Oh, this is not the quarterfinals, right? This is the... We'll fix it in post. Take a note, Adam. Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
We're in round 1.
There it is. All right, Fractal, let me know when you are ready.
Okay, Garbage Egg is getting pretty high. He needs all the Tetrises he can get. But it looks like he's going to survive this. Yeah. He's Tetris ready.
It was a great run of pieces.
Yeah, that all came together really nicely. And Tetris for Garbage Egg, still roughly a little over 100,000 points behind, but playing really well, and we're still really early in 19 speed. Sodium with some odd placements that's putting him in a rough position, so he won't be Tetrising for a bit. A little bit of a window for Garbage to recover some points. And he is Tetris ready, looking good, playing consistently. He's going to have to take a burn here. Ooh! Sees that he has a long bar coming and turns down the burn with the triple there. That was a great play.
Yeah.
And then was rewarded with another long bar. So that was a big sequence, and now he's almost caught up.
Awesome. All right, so we got it ready from Fractal, and I think we had it ready from Sam Finch. So let's go ahead and count this down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
And now Garbage takes the lead, while Sodium is finally clean again. So now we're neck and neck. We're just trading Tetrises back and forth over here. Great match on the left side of your screen. Garbage with another Tetris, just on fire.
Yeah, really crucial Tetris here as we approach 200 lines, because you just start running out of runway really fast, and he needs to keep pace with Sodium.
Just still trading Tetrises. It's about a 40,000 point deficit, and he's a few lines ahead, so this is a lead, a significant lead for Sodium, but Garbage has a perfect Tetris wall ready and waiting.
Yeah, that
but getting a little...
Yeah, that triple that he had to take might have been too much to burn, honestly, for Garbage Egg, but...
It's tight, it's not over. But yeah, he has to set up that delayed burn, which is going to hurt him. And now, yeah, that was an unfortunate run of pieces for Garbage, and that's going to close the door for him in this game.
All right, Sodium's going to get the heart. We are underway on the right side between Sam Finch and Fractal. I'm going to find my heart. So, see, normally I have buttons for this, Adam. You're watching me scroll through all these elements in my OBS, and normally I've got buttons, but I don't have buttons this time.
Well, I'm just, we're muddling through here.
We'll do it. We're getting there. All right, so let's get it ready from Sodium and from Garbage Egg. Speaking of garbage, look at Sam's stack here. Not great here in the early goings.
This is not what you want to see. Ooh, and he hangs the T-piece, and that's going to be it for Sam.
Oh, no. All right, so Fractal's going to get a heart, and we've got deciders here. And actually, we can do... I wasn't thinking we would get to do a coordinated start, but we got double deciders and a simultaneous start. So let's get her ready
Garbage and Sodium are ready.
Yeah. All right. I got to get a double decider emote going somewhere. All right, so we got readies here that are nested. We got one from Sodium, got one from Garbage Egg, and then we need one from Sam and Fractal. And we got one from Sam, and I'm just looking for Fractal. Fractal needs to... Fractal, you can top out. Did anyone tell him? You can really top out. Like, I know I can't be trusted anymore, and
he is way ahead.
And Adam's having a respiratory incident or something going on over there. I'm not sure.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we heard you.
I was trying to sneeze as quietly as I could. I wasn't sure if I muted or not. So.
No, we got it. We got the whole
That's
thing.
a amateur commentator right
well,
there.
No, it's the Blue Yeti mic, right? And honestly, I know I could be costing you a potential sponsor, but the mic is garbage. All right.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. I just bought it because everyone else buys it, right?
It's good, but the mute button is terrible. All right, so where's Fractal? Did Fractal say ready? He's getting updates from his dad. So we don't have a ready from... He said he was good. So Fractal's good. I don't see him saying ready. Okay, he says ready. All right, let's count it down. Simultaneous start. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. You like the music, by the way. All right, well, if you like the music, right before this starts, that's where to get it. flexstyle.bandcamp.com. They've been great. They've allowed us to use their music for over 2 years. And we use it with permission, so please respect that. And, you know, go to band. I mean, it's just a guy, right? It's not some big, huge band with some conglomerate, but, you know.
Yeah, it's not Imagine Dragons or, you know, one of these newfangled music acts. It's just a man.
Yeah, it's just a guy. So we really appreciate him allowing us to use his music. And so if you like it, then go ahead and purchase it like I did.
Yeah, thank you to FlexStyle. Awesome music. Always a big part of the CTM experience.
I get so hyped when I start like at the beginning of the playlist and, you know, that first track. I mean, it gets me so pumped. And if I'm like not in the mood to do CTM, and let's face it, man, I've been doing this for like just about 2 years now, like every month without fail. Some days you're like more up for it than others, but as soon as I hear that music, I'm like, I get into it. Like it's so great.
So CTM's almost becoming like sort of a stale relationship for you. Like
Yeah.
you have to put on your mood music. You're like Luther Vandross or something and get it going.
Yeah, there are pills involved. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
All right, so we got 81,000 on the right side for Sodium, 80,000 for Garbage Egg, 97 for Sam, and 120 for Fractal.
Ooh, and Garbage is in, well, a pile of garbage right now, frankly.
Yeah.
He's got his work cut out for him. And it looks survivable, but Sodium's going to build up quite a lead while he's cleaning this up. Oh, he needs a little help. He misses the opportunity to burn a double on the right there.
All right, I think he's going to be free and clear now. Just going to need a couple
there he goes.
pieces.
There he goes.
And now he's open on the right side, only for a triple, but he's going to take that triple happily and get it stacked down to something more playable and less crazy.
All right. And, you know, managed to work his way out of that without getting himself too far behind. So he's happy to be alive. And looking here on the right, neck and neck, I see 213 on both sides of my screen. Ooh, Garbage getting really high. Gets the long bar just in the nick of time. That could have gotten ugly real quick. Sodium with a beautiful Tetris wall.
Yeah. I think he knows. Listen, I mean, I think these players know that they're playing against opponents with high scoring potential who can be really aggressive. And you know, at a certain point, you just have to decide, I can't let my foot off the accelerator for a minute, right?
Yeah, it's this sort of calculated gamble we talked about where you just have to stay aggressive and live with that result. If it kills you, it kills you.
All right, 210 for Sodium, 182 for Garbage Egg. Sodium's going to Tetris, so 233. Sam at 264 and Fractal at 267. So like super neck and neck. Looking at about like mid 500 transition paces on the right. Another Tetris.
And Garbage is just a harrowing game for Garbage. He just keeps ending up in tough situations and keeps finding a way out. So
yeah, and actually, so he's got about 20. You can't really see because we don't have the long bar count, but he's got 29. And until that little burst of long bars for Sodium had like 19. So not a lot of long bars, honestly, for either one of them.
And yeah, Sodium still managing to stay extremely efficient in the context of that low long bar count. So good call out there. Nope, still neck and neck here on the right. Incredibly close game, really late in level 18 speed. So both players playing at a really nice pace. And Fractal with another Tetris and another Tetris setup, gets the long bar, takes the one Tetris lead, looking good over there. Sam fires right back, so that's an exciting game there on the right. Sodium burns, ready for a Tetris. He's got about a 60,000 point lead, so, but the miss spin there only cost him one burn, so not a big deal. Fractal hammering down Tetrises. A lot of good Tetris to take in here. Help me out, Vandy.
What?
Said there's just so much good Tetris to commentate here.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was like mesmerized by chat here for some reason. All right. So score check's probably good. 411 from Sodium, 345 Garbage Egg, 479 for Sam Finch, and 502 for Fractal. It happens every once in a while, Adam. I just kind of like zone out and I'm like, what?
Fair enough. But Garbage here with a great opportunity to close this gap because Sodium has had quite a little situation on his hands.
Yeah, if you can get the right pieces, this should clear efficiently for Sodium because it's got like this T-shaped thing down there. And he could sneak a T-piece, which he's going to do.
Oh, and the spin. There you go.
There it is.
And he's going to be clean here. So, and still maintaining his lead. And Garbage already transitions with a 400,000. So Sodium does have a small lead here.
Yeah, and on the right side.
Sam.
Oh.
Getting a little high. Forced to make some weird burns to stay alive. He needs a little help. Gets the piece he needs right there. And pushes the long bar over. Nice save by Sam.
Really, some really nice pieces for a while there for Sam, but oh no, that long bar dependency, he's going to let that kill him, and he's going to top out, and Fractal is good.
Sam just, if he hadn't have topped out, that transition would have gotten him anyway.
Yeah.
So tough break there for Sam.
Yeah, and Fractal was in the process of topping out himself, and just 12,000 points. Fractal is going to sneak into the quarterfinals.
That was amazing. Right to the end, that was a practically identical game.
Yeah, amazing. Well, I'm going to switch over to the two-way scene. It is not set up for this at all, but I want you all to see everybody loves... so it's going to say the wrong names, but I don't care. So hey, we'll get rid of the names.
Ooh, Sodium hangs the block. He's going to have a hard time. Ooh, valiantly trying to save. That's the piece he needed. Oh
my god.
Amazing that he's still alive.
No! He's gonna hang the Z.
Oh, great tapping, great attempt. And that's 497, 140. So we need a 497 plus.
Yep. So we just basically one Tetris away is Garbage Egg. And really just have all the time in the world and does not need to go crazy. But he's going to get the Tetris, and Garbage Egg is going to vanquish Sodium Overdose. And we got people I never heard of. All the Seinfeld players going to the quarterfinals to determine
who are these people.
Who are these people? I don't understand. All right.
Oh, yours is way better than mine. Sorry. Sorry, even tried. But Sodium, man, that was fun to watch. That was a real fun attempt at that save. He had a lot of crazy hyper tapping he had to do to get pieces over to the left that high. Made a good attempt, but it just it wasn't meant to be there. So
all right, let's go ahead and no rest for the weary here. Garbage Egg versus Fractal. By the way, I think it's Zeal337 who's updating the bracket. I have no idea. I just know that it's magically happening. Like, I have nothing to do with it. So thank you for Zeal for staying with us all the way in Australia. Pretty sure it's him. Either that or it's Louis Scooey. I'm not sure which, but somehow it always just kind of happens.
Well, thanks for those moderators for updating the bracket. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I just love that we have it set up in such a way that, you know, I don't have to do it. Like, I can have anybody do it anywhere around the world. So let's see, 22 here and 14 here. And let's get rid of some hearts. And yeah, so Adam, you know, we only have like 4 matches left. I don't know if you realize that.
It's flown by. It's just been like a magic carpet ride for me.
Are you in for the whole thing, or are you gonna duck out, or what? Whatever.
Oh yeah. All right. I mean, I'm not leaving this microphone unless you claw me away, Vandy. So you just if you need to get rid of me, just type to me in Discord, and I'll quietly sulk away.
Oh, but no, I would call you out directly in the thing. I would just say get out of here. But you know.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, fair enough. I want, if I am fired as a commentator, I would like that to be immortalized on YouTube. So.
That's all right. Well, we'll see if we ever invite you back. Let's see. Do I have it all set up? I think I do. So let's hit the transition button. Well, it's almost all set up. I just have to change round of 16 as usual.
So this is the most famous players of CTM on one side of the bracket, and on the other side, some guys we never heard of. Hardly. So
yeah, exactly. We have I mean, you couldn't get any more famous than Joseph and Brodendap. I mean, legendary players here in CTM. And then you got some just like random dudes from Scotland and some other place. Ireland? Yeah, I think so. So, all right, let's get back to it. Garbage Egg from Ireland, Fractal from the United States of America. Fractal we have here is a hybrid player. That's the report I got from Dog Playing Tetris. He provides me all the PBs and all the play styles so I can put them here. So thanks to Dog Playing Tetris. But listed here as hybrid, which I contend is a myth. I don't think there is such a thing as hybrid, but...
Well, I was actually having this exact discussion with Robin Mihara just the other day, where he was talking about trying to learn hyper tapping just for when he needs it. And I was kind of like, you know, if you learn hyper tapping, you might as well just use that because it's a better strategy. Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, so the hybrid strategy seems a little strange to me as well, but hey, some people just have their own thing going and it works. So
yeah, there are some people who do. I think there's some folks who do like DAS on 18 and then, you know, tap on 19. Did I say that right? Yeah. DAS 18, tap on 19, which makes sense. But yeah, if you can tap, I mean, I don't know, like I would just tap the whole time.
Just tap, yeah.
Just tap it. Just tap-a-roo.
So, you know, hey, but as someone who doesn't know how to tap, what do I know?
Is hyper tapping more consistent than skill stop? Well, you would think so, but there is over tapping, right? Just like people get the skill stop wrong. So I don't know. I don't know that it is. I mean, there are some trash tappers, believe me. Just because you're a hyper tapper doesn't mean you're a Tetris god. There are some pretty bad tappers out there, just as there are good and bad DAS players. So, all right.
Yeah, I think the double tap is the best bet for, or the quick tap.
Yeah.
Rather, is the best bet for a DAS player to sort of close the gap with the tappers. And I know that my friend Terry, who a lot of you guys might remember that Terry made it to the top 8 at CTWC.
Yep.
He's focusing his energies on mastering quick tap to try to be ready.
Yep. Well, let's get it ready from both of these players, Garbage Egg and Fractal. We may already have it, but I didn't see it, so we're going to need it again.
All right, semifinals. Right. Garbage and Fractal.
Garbage Egg says ready, and Fractal is still doing some 19. Let me go ahead and refresh here. Bad tappers, they want me to name names.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're right. This isn't the semifinals yet. This is to determine.
Yeah, this determines who gets into the semifinals.
This is the quarterfinals.
What is HYB? HYB means hybrid. So it is an alleged play style, which is sort of like sometimes tapping, sometimes DAS. Can someone get Fractal? Fractal's like playing 19. And we just need him to not play 19. Yeah, so I won't tell you who the bad tappers are. You can ask Moodus who the bad tappers are, and he'll probably say all of them. All right, we got it ready from both players. Let's go ahead and count it down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
All right, so to determine our last semifinalist, here we are, Garbage Egg from Ireland. And, you know, I sometimes I think it'd be fun to find out what states all the players are from. Maybe that's getting too personal. I don't know. I figure probably a lot of them are. It seems like so many good Tetris players come from California. We never really determined why that is, except there's just simply a lot of people in California.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely a lot of Californians. So that's a very good observation from you there, Adam. Much appreciated. This is why I brought him in here, guys. So you can tell us that there are a lot of Californians. But no.
Cutting edge, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, there's a lot of max outers from California. There's a good number from Texas. So
big,
yeah,
hot, sweaty states are good for Tetris.
Oh yeah, my favorite.
You know, you think it'd go the other way. You think that cold places would produce the best gamers because there's less sort of outdoor time, you know? Mm-hmm. But apparently that's not a factor.
Nope. Yeah, no, gamers are going to stay in. It's not like they're not gaming because they're inside. They're inside because they want to game, right? So
I think you're 100% correct.
That's it. 94,000 for Garbage Egg here, early days. 75,000 for Fractal. Bang Tetris for Fractal, 98,000, and one for Garbage Egg, 117.
Of course.
Oh, go ahead.
Right at the very beginning, we chose to have the tournament in Los Angeles, quite frankly, because both Jonas and Harry lived in Los Angeles. So it was the logical place to try to hold the tournament. And then as it went by, Alex is from California, Dana's from California, and just Joseph now is from California. So it has been a thing.
Yeah, it is true. I don't exactly know why that is. I can't figure it out.
Also, the Blink, who was the best Tetris Friends player, lives in the LA area. So
yeah. So, I mean, yeah, tons of Californians.
Maybe it's the Silicon Valley connection. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably.
That's a bad hypothesis. But, you know, whatever. That's not a good hypothesis at all. I mean, Nintendo is everywhere.
Well, Nintendo's in Seattle, and Seattle doesn't have good Tetris players, so that debunks that.
That's true.
I think Mega Retroman's from up there, maybe.
All right, 234 for Garbage Egg, 194 for Fractal. Fractal clears away the right side, bangs down a Tetris 218. Appears neither player is pushing down. For those of you who are new, the way I know that is because their ones digit is not incrementing, right? So when you push down, it increments the ones digit. That's not happening for these guys, so not pushing down.
Yeah, push down points only really come into play if you're playing like an invisible or no next box tournament.
Yeah, over the course of a full game from the beginning to kill screen, it's accountable for about 3,000 to 5,000 available points. So it doesn't really, move the needle point wise, but it's kind of a timing thing, right? It's almost like you're giving yourself an artificial level 19 on 18 so that you can sort of, maybe give yourself less time to make decisions and therefore less time to make mistakes.
Exactly. It's sort of a hedge against overthinking. That makes sense. And I think there is some, it's sort of counterintuitive because Jonas is the one, when we used to have tournament starts at level 9, who devised the method of not pushing down on level 9 to gain information about his opponent.
Yep.
And honestly, when he came up with that idea, no one else was doing it. Everyone else was pushing down.
Yeah.
And then people kind of figured out, oh, wait, that actually gave Jonas an advantage. And now pretty much no one pushes down except for a few holdouts.
Yeah, there are definitely a few. And even Harry, I think in 2019, Harry obviously probably the most famous and vocal proponent of pushing down. I mean, he actively just wants everyone to push down, and he loves pushing down. Didn't push down in 2019, and maybe some theorize it, kind of took him out of his comfort zone a bit.
Well, but it's also the draw. I mean, he got a player, Matt Martin, who's just way better than anyone could have really even known. I mean, he really turned out to be a killer. So
Other people saying he was legit hungover. That could be the case too.
That there was some talk of that, yeah. And of course, we know that Harry plays at least every Friday night while drinking beer, so he's somewhat trained to play Tetris while intoxicated.
Yeah,
that's different than being hungover.
Yeah, it is true. 459. Oh, of course, I would never know. I would not know. I've never been hungover. 459 for Garbage. 460 for Fractal.
Nice save by Fractal. A little bit of good fortune for him to get out of that, and now banging down a couple Tetrises is his reward.
Yeah, it's super neck and neck.
Someone says, I wanted to mention, someone said it was really boring for the crowd when we played on level 9, and then when Jonas added not pushing down. It's true, it was pretty excruciating, and that was 2012, and you can find the 2012 tournament videos if anyone wants to see them. They are online. They're not on our channel, though.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to fix that at some point, just for the sort of archival aspect. But yeah, those videos for the most part are pretty boring. There's a few good matches in 2012, so I'm going to try to highlight that at some point.
Oh no,
Fractal. What happened there?
He was trying to be too efficient and holding out for a long bar. Did not want to put anything down the right side in his well, but he had like a good like double and triple wide well over his Tetris well, but didn't want to burn anything, and he just hung a piece, and then the next few pieces caught on it, and that was it. So there's kind of the downside of trying to be too fine and too efficient.
And just one mistake snowballing almost instantaneously to the point that I actually missed it. So I apologize for that.
There it is. So Garbage Egg is going to get the heart. What I like is when I like try to narrate like what happened in the player's mind, and then the player tells me like, yeah, that's not what I was thinking at all. That's not exactly what happened. Yeah, I love that.
Oh, I'm sure that happens all the time.
They're nice enough not to tell me, right? So that's, all right, let's get a ready from both players. And this is still best of 3, so Fractal is up against it. Garbage Egg says ready. Fractal says ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Here we go. Oh, lovely start. SZS for Garbage Egg. That's always a fun way to begin a game.
Hey, I'm going to take about 30 seconds here, Adam, so.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Garbage Egg with a long bar dependency that's going to hurt if he doesn't get a little bit of help. Okay, that'll give him the opportunity to clean that. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a dirty Tetris set up, so this is a lot of burning. Where on the other side, Fractal bangs down to Tetris, establishing a decent little lead here right at the outset. And Fractal's looking for a shot at redemption. And wow, another tough situation for Garbage Egg. While Fractal has a nice clean board, bangs down another Tetris to extend that lead, getting out to an early lead here for Fractal. Garbage Egg has a little bit more work, has a dirty Tetris setup, gets it, and that's going to help a lot. Fractal comes right back with a Tetris of his own. We're at 117 for Fractal to 60,000 for Garbage Egg. So that's certainly a significant lead here for the first 25 lines. All right, interesting burn. It looks like Garbage opted for the left well Tetris. A risky strategy. He was just about to be clean, went for the dirty Tetris, and now he's paying for it. So, now he's double long bar dependent. Luckily gets a long bar. That could have spiraled real fast. Gets the Tetris on the left side. So what could have been an awful situation works out pretty well for Garbage Egg. On the right side, Fractal bangs down not one, but 2 more Tetrises to extend his lead to over 100,000 points. So Fractal really taking advantage of some of the cleanup that Garbage was forced into. Looking good for Fractal. Bangs down another Tetris. He's playing at a beyond max out pace. So definitely looking for redemption. And clever burn by Garbage Egg. Still has his work cut out for him over there. And finally, Garbage is back in a safe Tetris-ready position. But is it going to drought him at the critical time? It doesn't. He bangs down a Tetris, and he is at least healthy and clean again, but facing a large deficit here early in the game.
Yeah, it looks like we got about 4 burned lines maybe for Fractal, or 5 burned lines now at this point for Fractal. That's it. Everything else Tetrises.
An incredible Tetris rate for Fractal, and you really can't play any better. Where Garbage has just faced a lot of interesting situations and faced them admirably. And it's nice to see both players with clean walls. Yeah, Fractal is just burning up the Tetris screen. He's on a 1.1 pace, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it could be even more at this point. But another Tetris, 374. And certainly on pace for like maybe around a 600k transition, because you're looking to get a 600k transition. This is Harry's guideline. You always want about 100,000 points per 20 lines, and he's like right there.
Right, they're exactly there. Yeah, just playing a perfect game. But Garbage isn't quite out of the running, but he's going to need to establish a slightly better pace to give himself a shot.
Yeah. Now, Fractal, letting his stack get up high a bit, and so that's where you can sort of run into issues. So, certainly Garbage Egg, not out of it by any means, or even, especially this early, because, Fractal could hang a piece or getting mired in a burn or something like that. So, plenty of time. And, not a terrible pace from Garbage Egg, but, this is, he'd be around like mid to high 400s potentially.
I'm trying to keep an eye out for this hybrid style, but it's difficult to distinguish a DAS placement versus a hyper tap placement.
Yeah.
Unless you're actually watching the direct game screen rather than a stream. But it's an interesting. I'd love to see his hands at some point to see exactly what that means.
Yeah. So some folks, it's contend that it's a myth. I'm one of these people. I don't think there's such a thing as a hybrid player, but some people say that they're hybrid players. I think just because it's like, I don't know, it's kind of a meme to say it, but I guess there are people who sort of DAS on some level. So there could be different splits, right? It could be, well, they DAS some of the, like on some levels, but not on others, or at certain stack heights, right? So it's hard to know where, like, there's no unified like hybrid style, right? It's just like, well, I do some stuff sometimes and some stuff the other time.
Right. That makes sense. I think that makes, I don't know if I would use the word myth. I think it just kind of, if you're tapping frequently, I feel like you're a tapper.
Yeah.
Because anyone can occasionally use a DAS move just to rest their hand, but that doesn't seem super important to me.
All right, so Garbage Egg with a really high 19 stack here, getting some nice pieces to burn it down. Covers. Oh, and he gets the long bar and he bangs it down, and he is safe. 498 for Garbage Egg. And oof, but he is good and he's still alive. So 520.
Has closed that gap.
Yeah.
That gap's back down to just 100, so it's no longer insurmountable here.
Oh, and Garbage Egg with the boiler spin approach to the T-spin. There's a whole thing. It's named after Jake. It's a different way to do a T-spin.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm totally up to date on that, but
we'll get you.
There's definitely some odd little spins that are hard to duplicate for sure.
All right, 583 for Garbage Egg, 684 for Fractal, about 100,000 point difference. And Garbage Egg is actually ahead in lines too. Oh no,
Fractal with an unfortunate lip that he had to create there on the right side, and now he's paying for it and desperately trying to clean this. Nice flat placement of long bar, the only thing that would have worked. Oh, he gets that box over.
Long bar, look at the long bar over there. Wow, 719 for Fractal. Oh no.
Oh, it kind of, yeah. I feel like he kind of left it all out there and he lost it.
Yeah.
Because that was just too much at once that he had to pull off.
Yeah.
Really nice try. Really nice try. I mean,
now, okay, now hold on. Fractal tops out at 720, so Garbage Egg still needs to get to 720. It's not over.
Exactly.
Garbage Egg needs to get to 720.
But yeah, that was amazing how Fractal hyper tapped that square piece over. That was really, really awesome to see.
And so yeah, Garbage Egg now 20,000 points away from earning his way into the semifinals. And all Fractal can do is sit and watch. And Garbage Egg taking no chances.
Yep, took the triple there. Smart, conservative play. No need to showboat. Those little teeth over there are unfortunate. Once again, just stay clean, stay low, and that's it.
Yep. You can top out 100,000 points. He can top out. 100 points ahead. He can top out. Sorry. 5 hours in, I start to lose it a bit. I mean, this is why we can't do round 0 anymore.
Understandable.
Oy.
Well, Keith, I'm going to take a quick break before we get into the next round.
Yeah, you bet. We might start without you, but just jump on in.
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay. All right, so Garbage Egg is good. He's going to get the heart. I should give that guy his heart. You know, it's part of the ceremony. And, you know, people play for the hearts. And damn it, we're going to give him the damn heart. So, Ireland represent. Fractal, congratulations to you for getting to the quarterfinals with this mythical fake hybrid style. It isn't real. And hope to see you again, my friend. And thanks for being on cam. Much appreciated. Let's take a look at our bracket. And here we are. We've got 4 semifinalists. We have Joseph Saley representing the orange bracket, Alan Q representing the blue bracket, and like 2 random European people representing the green and red people bracket. I've never heard of either of these guys, but they are here, and one of those guys on the right side is going to the finals. So let us go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and get set up for the Joseph Brodendamp match. I hit the wrong button and almost ruined the whole stream. So GG's Vandy.